your hair? Weed. Hair? Weed. Hair? Weed. Hair? Weed.
Can you do this to me? You told me it was real, but it was a weed. I saw it in your eyes when I told you try to act surprised, baby. It's time you tell me what's exactly true. Is it really yours? Now that I see it is fake, you keep telling me some strange. Is it really your hair?
Weed. Hair?
5 times the amount of money products than other ethnic groups do. And we're only, 15% of the population in this whole country, and we spend 75% of the money on haircut products. That's amazing in itself, because unlike a lot of the other ethnic groups, we can't just wash and wear. We can't just wash our hair and run out the door. You know what I mean? A black woman will tell you in a minute, don't get my hair wet. So, anybody got anything to add to this production? Let's do it.
All owned by Koreans?
Yeah.
We just give our money to people who do things for us because we're lazy in our community. We don't do things for ourselves. We expect people to do it for us.
We've been allowing other people to come and buy out businesses in our communities all over the country, in the inner cities, for decades. This has been going on for a long time now. It's so bad now. I used to live in South Central Los Angeles, which they were showing. They actually showed my old neighborhood, 54th and Crenshaw. And the Crenshaw Strip is called, and the Crenshaw Strip is nothing but black. It is like black ghetto heaven. The Crenshaw Strip. If you've never been to Los Angeles, you gotta go down Crenshaw. That's all I got to say. It is truly black ghetto heaven. It is for just miles and miles. There's nothing but black-owned businesses, and everything is black. And I love that, because I'm black, so I love that. And like me and my partners in LA said, we always say, if it's all black, it's all good. That may not necessarily be the truth all the time, but it's still all good. But in LA, all the liquor stores used to be owned by black people in South Central Los Angeles and Compton and Watts. Now they're all owned by Koreans, and we're talking about hundreds of liquor stores. And that's just one example of businesses that have sold out. And we sell out for many different reasons. A lot of our businesses are mom and pop businesses. You get too old, you got no one to leave the business to, you sell out. Who's there to buy? The Koreans. And I'm not gonna sit here and disrespect the Koreans or anyone else who has the money to come in and buy a business that's about to go under, or the people who own it want to move on to another venture. It is what it is. We need to, as a people, obviously, we need to tighten up our ship and keep our money in our communities.
I think one aspect of it is we're not knowledgeable. A lot of us don't know a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of us are not knowledgeable about it. A lot of, I never knew that Koreans own most of the black hair product stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't know about that. So how do we get that out? Like, how do we make it more knowledgeable for other people to be like, don't buy that product, let me go get, like, I just told him, I was like, wow, now that I know that, I mean, let me help the next black person that owns a business like that, you know what I'm saying, get them back on track with what we started, we have,
I think what they do, what the Koreans do, is they come in as a tight-knit group, as a community, and they come in here as a family, and they all work together. You'll notice that if you go to like a Chinese restaurant or anything that's Asian-owned, it's family working behind there. They're all working together, and most, like he said, mom and pop stores, they have no family to leave it to. Most of our people aren't up and up on business the way that we should be. Not saying all of us. There are some black entrepreneurs who are doing their thing, but a lot of us don't come in together. Like, we we like to separate ourselves from each other. We're like, oh well, I'm gonna go out and do it on my own. You know what I mean? Like we have this independent nature, and we shouldn't be independent. We need to be codependent. Like if you need help, you need to ask for help. Instead, we don't do that. We just say to ourselves, oh well, I'm not gonna ask for help. I'm gonna do this on my own, and we end up failing. And we as a people need to work together. That's how human beings were made to be. We need to work together. So that's just like my input on that.
I do
That's what full unity is all about. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're all about.
Educate, empower.
Brother McGee.
I think everything that's been said thus far is true. But I think one of the things that we are leaving out is if we were to bring it home to Hartford, there are a lot of minority businesses, specifically black-owned businesses. But some of the things that they're faced with are antiquated policies that don't support what it is that we're trying to do. So not only are we faced with not having enough money to start up our own companies and to do some of the things that people, to be frank, just steal some of our ideas and they do it. I mean, we saw it on this documentary here. You need folks up at the legislative office building, up at the state capitol to really speak to some of those gaps that we're faced with. And I can talk about the minority contractors, some of the things that they're going through right now with respect to the state getting money and all the money not going to minority contractors but going to white women, right? Because of a lot of the front type of business that many of these Caucasian men are doing. So there are a lot of things that we need to address, but never forget there's a lot of black-owned businesses right in our state that are doing outstanding. And we got to stop overlooking that and be able to sort of build up what we have. And I think we could do a lot more damage.
And what we need to do for the community all day, every day, at every one of these sessions that we have, because that's what we're here to do. But tonight, we're celebrating black hair. And black hair is a very fun issue because there's a whole lot going on with us. On top of our heads and inside of our heads. So, in the spirit of Black Beauty and Black History Month, I'd like to end tonight's session with a few interesting, shall we say, interesting stories. I love black people and I love black hair, and I being a black man, I understand the things that we go through. And the billions, well, sister, teach me, school me. I need to be schooled right now because I'm checking out. I see dreadlocks, I see wraps, I see head wraps, I see weaves, I see naturals. I see VHD back there. So that's my man. And VHD, I call him that because his VHD stands for Bad Hair Day. He's never had a good one. He's always has a bad one. But we can joke about that. Why can we joke about that? See, nobody else can say that to him. I can say that to him. Why? Because we both black. See, black people, see, my point I'm trying to make is, in our culture here in this country, in our culture, our singular culture here in this country, that's such a part of it. You know what I mean? It's such a part of who we are, how we look at each other, how we judge each other. It has a lot to do with sexuality, perceptions of beauty. It just does. Not so much the men as the women. Because, of course, a woman's crowning glory in life is what's on top of her head. I don't care what race she is.
Not all the time.
Not all, no, all the time. Now, it may not be true, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Because a crown, remember the word I used just you didn't agree with me, but the word I used was crown, crowning. Crown only goes in one place, and that's on top of your head. So no matter what else you got going on, at the end, when you talk about your crowning glory, you're talking about what's on top of your head. And all of us care about what's on top of our head. I don't know, no matter what race you are. But black people in particular, it's real important now how we rock it. You know, and we spend billions of dollars a year so that we can look the way we want to look. And I mean, we won't eat. We won't eat. We won't send our kids to school. We won't wash our clothes. We won't put gas in our car. So we can go get our hair done.
It depends, though.
It does.
It depends because sometimes people just get their hair done because they want to look nice. And other people do it because they got to school and they want to look presentable. It all depends on the person and the personality.
Absolutely. Absolutely. At the end of the day, it all comes back to the same thing, though. Yeah, it all comes back to that. I mean, people won't go to the gym and work out
because they're gonna sweat
and make themselves look good, but they're gonna get their hair done. And they'll still be looking sloppy as all get out.
That's the position when you first get your hair done. You gotta see my hair. Like, I can't.
But my hair is natural too. Natural hair. But I dye my hair. And the reason being why I dye my hair, in my family we braid at an early age. I have a son, 21 years old, and he was born with salt and pepper. Going to school, yes, if he's stressed. Okay, prior to my dyeing, is that I was taking a trip to Jamaica, and I put the rings in my hair. And I noticed that when I rinse my hair, my scalp does not itch. Because then, with the natural, the gray hair, it would feel as if something is just crawling on my scalp. Until when I put the rings in it, then there was no more itching. So that is why I consistently put the rinse in my hair to dye it. And again, I was told by my colleagues that it makes me look 10 years younger.
Of course.
And as a sister, that kind of makes you feel.
Yes, indeed.
So 4 years ago, I shaved my head bald, right? And I took a Lady Vic razor. Okay, my hairdresser put a bald spot in the back of my head.
A gash.
Okay, she messed me up. So I said, you know what, screw this. I just took some scissors, I shaved it, and then I took a Lady Vic razor and I shaved it all off. Then it grew back. Then I dyed it all types of colors, blue, red, purple, pink, you name it, I had it. Because I went through an emo phase. Then I went through like a weave phase. And then my hair was brown, so I hate brown hair, and I had to dye it black. So I've been through so much with my hair, you have no idea. And then this year, I just cut it all off. And now it's growing back.
Straight?
Yeah, that's my hair story.
Yeah, we're talking.
She's so pretty. Well, thank you. Oh, see, now I'm going to blush. I was at work once, and I was working with a colleague, and he wanted to do an experiment. So he took a penny, and I was wearing my fro at the time. He took a penny and said, Tina, I want to see if it sticks.
Whoa.
And he threw it, and it stuck. I didn't know what to do but take it out and throw it back at him. That's what I did, and that's how I ended up. I know it's amazing, but he wanted to test it out, and that's my story. But I love my hair.
We love it too.
And you have lived with me. You know all of my hair stories.
Yeah.
I've had the blonde streaks, I've had the highlights, I had the asymmetrical bob. It was cute. And now I'm in...
The red afro.
I was a weaveaholic, so I was doing weave for a while, yes. So now I'm transitioning. And just say prayers, because it's rough right now.
It's a long road.
Lord help me.
It's rough. But I'm going to do it. That's my story. That's my saga.
Well, thank you both, beautiful ladies. And you know my hair story. It's very short.
Hold on a second, I got some out for. Hello, weed.
Weed? Who you calling weed? This is my hair. I bought this hair. I paid for this hair, and I still got the receipt.